Hi everyone, you're watching part 4 of the Culture Cave World History series. In a recent episode you may have seen me visiting some ancient Japanese houses in Tendo, which is in Yamagata Prefecture, and I was talking to some locals who were taking care of the property. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail as to the interpretation of what these local ladies were telling me. I gave a very rough translation at the time, but I've since had some time to go more into the research of the area and also speak to some local archaeologists and local historians as well, who've helped me to get to the bottom of the dates of these excavations and these sites that have been restored. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episodes 2 and 3, the houses were actually reconstructed from ancient ruins, and I've since found out that in terms of era in history, they date back to the Kofun period in Japan, which is an era in the history of Japan dating specifically from around 300 to 538 AD. That's the kind of approximation in the historic records, and what's very interesting about this era continuing on. So what's very interesting about this period is that it's the date, it marks the date of the introduction of Buddhism following the Yayoi period in history, and the Kofun and subsequently the Asuka periods are sometimes collectively called the Yamato period. The period is the earliest era in recorded history in Japan, making it a really fascinating period of history to explore, especially architecturally, but the studies depend heavily on the archaeology since the chronology of historical sources. GoPro, stop recording.